don't remember much at all. The first time I remember anything that I learned in social studies was probably 7th grade, so I don't remember anything from elementary school.
I don't really remember learning a lot about social studies in elementary school.
Really don't remember learning social studies when I was in elementary school.
Typically, we would just read chapters in a textbook and then answers the questions at the end, and then maybe go over them in class and then have a test. I remember one activity that I thought was fun. We were studying North Carolina, and we constructed a big model of Trine's Palace, and so I remember that, and I thought that was fun. Classroom maps and globes and things like that, textbooks.
I remember us using maps and because of the election and things like that, and just having to learn all the states.
I remember learning I remember learning about Africa and doing maps.
One, two, one, two.
Which picture do you think is the most interesting? That one? How come?
Because I like the trees.
Right. Okay. Do we have a king in our country?
Yeah.
Who's the president?
Barack Obama.
Good. What do you think the president does when he goes to work?
I don't know.
Tell me something about George Washington. You don't know? Okay. What about, do you know who Martin Luther King is? Okay. Who do you think is the most important woman you've ever heard of?
My mom.
Your mom. Good. Who is the president?
Barack Obama.
How does someone get to be president?
You enter a contest and you tell a lot of people what you would do.
Okay. Who do you think are the most famous people in history?
I think maybe maybe Neil Armstrong, since he was the first person to touch the moon. Martin Luther King Jr.
Okay. Tell me something about Christopher Columbus.
Christopher Columbus was the person that saw that I think he wrote the what was it called? The Pledge of Allegiance, and he was the person that saw that America won since the U.S. flag was still
Good.
Yeah.
What state do you live in?
USA.
Good. What are the names of some other states?
China, Asia, Japan, I think. Maybe
Okay.
not.
What country do you live in?
United States.
Good. What things are different in other parts of the world?
I think in a part of a country, if you put your money in the bank, usually bank people spend it on something else, and when you try to get it out, they say you don't have any more money in it.
Okay. Forms of racism on campus in symbolic ways such as statues, buildings, or street names?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
Do you know what Cameron Avenue is named after?
No, I'm not sure.
It's named after the largest slave owner in North Carolina.
Oh. I can't say that's cool. but yeah.
Okay. What do you know about the graveyard on South Road?
Isn't it segregated?
I didn't know anything about it.
Do you know it's segregated?
I do now.
Do you know what this statue is supposed to commemorate?
No.
Do you know what its purpose is?
No.
Do you know who the people that are carved into it holding up the table represent?
Are they slaves?
And how is it supposed to be used?
The table?
Yeah. Do you know what the Unsung Founders statue is supposed to commemorate?
No, but it looks like black. Can I say black people? Black people holding up the table.
Okay. Who do the people represent?
I'm not sure.
Okay. How is it supposed to be used?
To just read on or something. I don't think you can. I don't think you're supposed to like put stuff on it, like eat or anything.
So now that you know a little more about the Unsung Founders Monument, can you see why there might be controversy about this?
Yes, but, I mean, obviously, putting your feet on a monument is not very respectful. But at the same time, it is a table, and I don't think people, I mean, I didn't really know anything about, I knew that they were supposed to be slaves, but I don't think people sit there and consciously, like, put their feet on the monument in a disrespectful way. Like, nobody would just go rub their feet on Silent Sam. So, I think that it's just a little bit unfortunate that it is in the form of a table, and that there are chairs around it, because that's going to encourage people to sit and maybe put their feet on it, but I don't think it's, like, intentional.
This statue used to have 7 people, and now it has 4. So it used to have a black guy holding a basketball and an Asian holding a violin.
No.
And it used to be
What?
outside Davis Library.
How is that possible? Like, allowed? But why does the black person have all those books like that? And why is she by herself? Who did this?
Do you remember learning about or discussing social class and wealth distribution in school?
Absolutely not.
Do you remember being aware of social class growing up?
Yes, definitely, but in different stages. I don't ever remember it being a problem in elementary school, but by the time you got to junior high, which is what it was called when we were growing up, you know, cliques were starting to form. So, yeah, I definitely remember that.
Do you remember learning about or discussing social class and wealth distribution in school?
Never.
Okay. Why do you think that the issue or the history of social class in America is left out of textbooks?
Well, for one thing, I think there's so much to learn that it's hard to cram it all in.
'Cause when they own the information